Greetings. Welcome to KY007. Here on my channel, I talk about different things to do with the community, astrals, things to do with astronomy, astrology, things to do with us, our energy, spirituality, and things to do with the community, giving voices to us that seem to feel voiceless. And then we'll get right into things. Welcome. A lot of fighting going on. Tiffany Henyard, Illinois mayor, supervisor, has been under scrutiny for some time now. And this is just in that there was a one-on-one interview that I'm going to show with Lori Lightfoot, who was a previous mayor in Chicago, who's been investigating her. So there's a lot going on. Also want to get into the new Tasha K and Charleston White interview. I don't know why she's like proud of interviewing that man. The way he disrespected her and her husband is ridiculous. So here they are doing an interview together a couple years later. That's crazy to me. But I'm going to get into that. And then DJ Akademiks, that's another person on here who has been banned from Twitch, everyone is saying. I want to show some of that. I saw the conversation he had with that little old miner off the chain. So we got a lot of things to that we'll get right into. Won't you join me?
Low after a fight breaks out during a meeting. Now, it appears that this began to fly after supporters of Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard confronted a critic of hers who had called her an expletive. The chaos erupted during last night's meeting when, during the public comment portion, activist Jedediah Brown called Henyard an expletive. And when he appeared to walk toward her, her supporters, including Henyard's boyfriend, confronted him. The result, an all-out brawl. To the surprise of some, Henyard herself joined the melee.
It's one thing when the guys were fighting, but when she jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
Police were called and Brown was removed by security. Before the fight broke out, township trustees were able to address important issues. They finally approved the township's tax levy ordinance and insurance, ending the shutdown. Now, the board also voted to put on paid leave two of Henyard's associates, one of them being her boyfriend. They also voted to hire independent auditors to look into their work. This as part of all the ugliness that represented last night.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Oh, my bad again.
Township. For a change, the night did not end in chaos, but the supervisor, Tiffany Henyard, was not there. Darius Johnson joining us live in the newsroom with some of the
so that was a throwback.
we
You go back to the actual
there.
fight.
Ladies, good morning. The newly elected trustee says she is not about siding with the other two trustees or Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, but the residents of Thornton Township. I want you to take a listen and hear the joyous reaction when Stephanie Whiteman won the vacant seat last night.
The winner is Stephanie Whiteman.
This was moments before Stephanie Wiedemann took her oath as an interim trustee for Thornton Township. Wiedemann previously served as the executive assistant for nearly 2 decades before being fired when Supervisor Tiffany Henyard took office. Last night, she was among 3 nominated by hundreds who attended a special election. The election
devolved to a new low after a fight breaks out during a meeting. Now, it appears that fists began to fly after supporters of Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard confronted a critic of hers who had called her an expletive. The chaos erupted during last night's meeting when, during the public comment portion, activist Jedediah Brown called Henyard an expletive. And when he appeared to walk toward her, her supporters, including Henyard's boyfriend, confronted him. The result, an all-out brawl. To the surprise of some, Henyard herself joined the melee.
It was one thing when the guys were fighting, but when she jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
Police were called and Brown.
So the police was called. Now she jumped in it. That's where she messed herself up. She was throwing them blows. So a lot of people are talking about this now. Happened last night, and I saw a kid in there, overweight security guard that had to get picked back up off the floor. All this stuff was just craziness. And then I'm gonna go right back to it. I'm gonna just highlight what I'm gonna be going over today, and then we can go from there. Charleston White is known by a lot of people. He is someone he's a total scrub. If you want to think of him as a black leader, then you have at it. I've heard him and I have him recorded talking about what he'll do sexually to little boys, what he'll do as payback to young black youth that act up, but he always has to refer to his genital area when he does this. And him and Tasha K had fiery words for each other. 2022, 2023, like they went in on each other. So when I see that she interviewed him, I just question why would she interview him? Someone that disrespected not only her, but her husband and all Africans. He said they're all black, ashy, something like that. Your husband's ashy, all type of craziness. And unless he did something really spectacular and apologize, and the husband would need to be able to accept that too, I would think, before anything would proceed. Here's a flashback of Charleston White.
Speaking of that, I've seen you grow. Like you said, last year you were taking $500, $1,000. And then I seen an interview where Tasha K, she calls you an industry plant, as if you didn't work to where you're at right now, to where as though somebody or people sat down with you in a room and they're paying you to say these things. They're paying you to do these different things.
Then why am I shadow banned on every platform? Why am I shadow banned on every platform if that's the case? Why aren't I monetized? I don't get no monetization, homie, from no social media site. They have demonetized me on every social media site that exists. I can't make $1 on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I am demonetized, homie. I'm shadow banned. I'm censored. So if I'm a plant, then why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why can't you easily find me? If I'm a plant, why do they allow so many fake pages to exist? And not, you see what I'm saying? I'm not at the top of the algorithm. If I'm a plant, homie, why wouldn't the industry embrace me? If I'm an industry plant, why would they plant me to go against the industry?
You were offered to sit down with her. Me knowing you don't like explaining yourself.
No, I don't like debating. I've been offered when I was in Cali, homie, one of the largest platforms, and I won't say their names, but man, I was offered an opportunity to go on there and explain myself about the rape. I said, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do that for? But I've already explained myself. Why would I keep doing that? Why would I keep? Well, you don't just, and they believe me. Everybody, man, but they want I said, man, why would I try to get them people to believe that? When there's no allegations. There's no allegations, there's no women, there's no victims. I'm the one saying I did this. But they keep forgetting I said I killed the white man. I killed the white man. I what you say, I say what I say, you don't believe. Nigga, what we gonna keep talking for? Because now we arguing and squabbling and we ain't built nothing. So I already know she's a messy broad, homie. She got a judgment against her for lying on somebody.
Yeah.
Cardi B never responded to her. So nigga, I took the Cardi B approach. So we can sue them. Yeah, we done already talked to Cardi B lawyers and everything to sue the Homeland Security done already contacted these other people because they done already violated some things, homie. Rainwater involved too. They done already reached out to him. You see, they quiet. Homie, I'm too smart for these people, homie. They think I'm dumb and stupid. They really think I'm an industry plant. That's how it lets you know how dumb and stupid they is. Have you noticed they won't show my arrest record? You notice they won't show, homie, they won't nobody show my arrest record. My whole criminal record.
I think didn't Rain just leak some?
That says I'm 53 years old. Police thing said I was 53 years old, the one they showing. I ain't 53, homie, I'm 45. Why won't they show my whole motherfucking police, not the whole criminal record?
We'll go right to Tasha. Damn. We'll go right to Tasha K. In the back part of the back and forth that they were having, because it's almost like they want to pretend as if this didn't happen, like it didn't occur. It did occur, and it doesn't make sense what they're doing. And to get everybody riled up and talking about stuff and like, oh, look what he's saying and this going on and that going on, to then turn around and be in someone's face. She did the same thing with another blogger that's on YouTube. And he even has a wrench in her chat room. And I like the guy, but it has nothing to do with it. He always called her a boy-headed bitch. Like left and right. It made no sense. It's like Tasha K has Stockholm syndrome. I think that's what she has. What did I just have? Hang on. I got it. I got you right here.
Good morning. Don't worry, I brushed my teeth before I got on here.
Did you,
Good
girl?
morning. Don't worry, I brushed my teeth before I got on here. Okay, I wasn't gonna get on here. And okay, I hope y'all caught the video. I hope y'all caught us live.
Here we go.
It all wants what the bitch do. I'm a man that strongly believe that some women need their ass whooping, they pussy too. So I'll have proud here. But they say
morning. In honor of all bald-headed hoes or bald-headed bitches. Hold on for a second. Hold on. In honor of all bald-headed bitches.
I don't know who this Tasha K broad is, but they say she married to an African. Anytime you catch an American broad with an African, the bitch fucked up. This a bitch. This a dirty leg, rotten mouth, funky cock bitch. Anybody asking me any motherfucking question, my first question is, do you do community work? Because I really work in the community. Verbally abuse women. You got it, I'm mentally abusive. And I do some psychological abuse. It all wants what the bitch do. I'm a man that strongly believe that some women need their ass whooping, they pussy too. So I'll advocate rape too for some people. Some bitches need a good raping. Oh, man, I hate a dirty leg, black ass bitch like you. Married to one of them old rotten, ashy, foot long, dick ass Africans that's fucking your back out a piece, ho. You know, boy, that motherfucking African is ruling in the house. I know he mean in a motherfucker. Boy, they married one of them Africans so they can get lit.
Now, by the way, I've heard some of what he said. I didn't hear a lot of this. Let me make sure I can be heard. Okay, good. You can hear me. Now, that was weird what he said. I didn't catch that part when he said long, talking about his penis. He said long dick. Like, it sounded like you, like, are you jealous? What guy talks about another man's extra long genitals and that's supposed to be a bad thing? Like, what part makes sense with that? What I noticed with Charleston White is he likes talking about male genitalia. He definitely does. And if so, fine, let it be a grown man. Weird, but let it be a grown man. It's when he talks about little boys. That's totally unacceptable. But y'all be accepting this man around. Y'all accept. I don't even care about the rape stuff really, because sometimes people just talk to get attention. He talked too much. And ain't none of y'all really bust him in his ish So that shows me too that ain't no men really running around here really trying to go up against him either, or none of what he says. Because if so, he would have got stopped by now. Not these little stunts that he does and skits. None of y'all step to him. So that's what's weird to me too.
Legal. You bald head funky bitch. Bitch. You a bald head bitch. And you look like your pussy got hair on it, and it might be good in a motherfucker. I bet that African wearing that motherfucking pussy out, but y'all don't love one another, you funky dirty leg bitch. Oh, I bet that pussy good. That white man fuck you. Man, you shut up then. You talking back. You better shut up then. As long as you keep talking back, I'm gonna tell you to shut up. You better shut up then. You better be quiet. You go get embarrassed in this motherfucker. You go get embarrassed in this motherfucker. Keep talking back then. Yeah, you already know how this finna go. You better shut your motherfucking ass up then. You better shut your motherfucking ass up. Yeah, you better shut up then. You know I'm on fly. You better shut your motherfucking ass up. You get embarrassed in this motherfucker. That motherfucker talking crazy. Man, you know you can't talk crazy to me in public. You see I'm on live. Well, shut up talking to me then. Shut your motherfucking ass talk. You got fucked. Yeah, the white boy fucked you. Shit, fuck wrong with you? You know that white boy fucked you. Don't get mad. That white boy did fuck you. That white boy fucked over you. You know that, baby. Stop acting like he gave you a deal. You know that white boy fucked over you. And long as you keep talking back and get your motherfucking ass embarrassed here, you know to be quiet. You don't shut your motherfucking mouth up when I'm talking. Right now. Yeah, you watch me right now. Yeah, that's my little nigga right there, man. Already. Yeah, you know to run your motherfucking mouth to me. Yeah, well, you better learn. Shut your bitch ass up. Bitch, shut up, ho. Bitch, let's go. Show bitch ass up out of here.
All right, so we get the drift. We definitely get the drift on that. But it's crazy because now she interviewed him, and as soon as I saw that she interviewed him, it was just like she talked about. She said, "Oh, guess what, y'all?" Before that, though, all right, Tasha K hit the stage. She's been doing comedy for maybe almost 2 years now, or something like that. And it's like, all right, fine. But the whole thing with him, okay, he is doing comedy also. A lot of people think that, like anybody can just do comedy. No, not everybody is just good at doing comedy. But if you want to take a try at it, go ahead. It doesn't make sense, though, that they started hooking up. She said, oh, yeah, he do comedy too, this, that. And she was doing comedy. And so then they got together and they've done some comedy together. But then the fact that she interviewed him just didn't make sense to me, because the last I remembered was him going in on her so bad that, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody like me that sees that hears that type of talk against a set of people, your own people, he don't relate because he's ignorant to Pan-Africanism coming from Africa, which most of us come from originally. Okay. That's gotta bother you, the righteous ones, the people that know what's up. Those of us that don't fear what we are, we're proud of what we are. It's gotta affect you in some kind of way. How can you share your womb, your bed, your life, your marriage life with this African man and allow this fool to come step in, weighing 5 pounds, talking so much trash, and then you have the nerve to interview him, and that's supposed to be special for somebody? Who is this special for? The man can't see straight. He don't see what the deal is, and he don't want to. Keep calling her boyhead this, boyhead that. She know. She already knew that. You need to know, where are you originally from? I know how people are. I know, and welcome. Y'all all welcome. The naysayers too. I know. But that doesn't change the truth. You can run from the truth, but that doesn't change the truth, y'all. It doesn't, and it never will. You're going to hinder you hinder your blessings. You hinder success in your life when you don't admit who you are and where you're really from. It becomes like toxic in your life. It feels like. We can laugh, we can do comedy, all that. That's fine. But what he said, he was dead ass serious, Tasha K. And you had the nerve to bring him in your house? Because I know the wine cellar's in your house, because you've been told us. When Cardi B sued you, you had to move out of that big mansion you was in. But then you moved to another probably decent sized house in Florida. You had to come back home, though. Cardi B sent you back home. Back home. When you interview people, you're bringing them to your house. You had a Kibi studio. Until somebody tells me otherwise, this man was in your house getting interviewed, because that's where you bring people. How you bringing that man in the house that disrespected your husband like that, and you, and the whole culture as a whole? You brought him in your house? And we supposed to be like, oh, let's see the interview. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And nothing cool about that. Nothing cool about that.
You a bald head bitch. And you look like your pussy got hair on it, and it might be good in the motherfucker. I bet that African wearing that mother.
Why he mad? He wants some hair to pull. Husband didn't post no video. And if I would have posted the rest of the rant, how he went in and called Africans as a whole ugly and said they skin ugly, said they some ugly motherfuckers, they women ugly. I mean, I couldn't even post all that because the African community would have came for me as if I was advocating for that shit. But I couldn't post all that. And since he coming for our
my girl, if you wasn't scared to tell somebody that they had some kind of incurable STD, why would you be scared to repost what someone else said? You would be exposing him. Do you agree with what he said? Because what the hell was you scared for? I didn't hear her say that part, by the way, till just now, because this was a while back. So I just want to show why I'm talking about that, because I'm talking about it now. That doesn't go away. This man still believes the same belief like that. He still talks like that. Why is that okay, Tasha K? Why did you not feel the need to expose some of that? You want to keep showing how he's calling you a bald-headed bee? Like, come on. Come on, man. Like the coochie and all that part. Who cares about that part? He's trying to speak from his little half-ass soul, and that he don't identify really as being black. Some people just think that they just some kind of light-skinned African American, and then that they gonna get some kind of prize. You get no prize. They're gonna get you too.
Breed as a whole, okay, knowing that he is a descendant of a white man that probably fucked on his daddy and his mama and made him. You know what I'm saying? It was a threesome between him, his mama, the slave master, and that's how he was born. That's why he confused, okay, about where the fuck he come from. He want to drag Africans, some of they skin ugly, and they black, they ashy foot, they stink, they do all of this shit, and this is his bitch here. This is the bitch he married to. This is the bitch he walked down the aisle with. You know how skinny man, you know he real skinny, wearing skinny jeans. Shit don't look right, Charles. You real skinny wearing skinny jeans. Hold on for a second. Hold on. You real skinny wearing skinny jeans. Okay? And listen, this is when she first got her little bariatric surgery. So she trying to come down because she was like 5'3", 5'2", 300 pounds. That's a big bitch. Now imagine how it is when he hitting her from the back, or he trying to hold that bitch legs up to use that fucking mouth that he got to suck on her pussy and can't stroke his hands through her hair. That's probably why he mad. He wants some hair to pull. She ain't got none. She ain't got none. Ain't got none. This is wife to wife, nigga. Wife to wife, okay? See, listen, y'all come on this internet and you get this little clout, but you ain't ready for a bitch like me. I've been doing this consistently for almost 7 years, bitch, okay? I got you beat by a long shot. This is my game here. You finish it. Look, no, you finish it and I'm gonna bring it home. You finish it, bitch, and I'm gonna bring it home. This is what I do, okay? This is what I do. Now, Charleston, next time you want to drag an African man's wife, okay? I would hide your wife. Hide this bitch. Hide this bitch, okay? Hide her from the public. Hide her from bitches like me who don't give a fuck about your feelings, okay? Hide this bitch. Hide her old ass. Because she can't go toe-to-toe with me. So guess what? It's going to be me and you. It's going to be me and you. Listen, it's gonna be me and you. You better hide. Better hide this bitch next time. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Okay? Hide them all. Hide them all. Hide them all. I love when fat bitches go like this. That shows their insecurity. Yeah. Okay, that's why she went to get bariatric surgery in the first place. Now, I don't see some confident ass black women, okay? Beautiful black women, okay? I got a lot of big, beautiful black women in my family. Some of them bald head, some of them not, okay? Some of them got tattooed eyebrows, some of them not. But when a big bitch standing like this, she trying to suck in everything. She trying to hold in her stomach. She trying to appear. She trying to appear reserved. She's trying to appear skinny. She trying to hold everything in, bitch, and it's out. That's why she got on that dress. That one size fits all dress, okay? Because Charleston done drug her ass somewhere she ain't want to go, like he done drug that bitch in the Walmart, okay? And cussed her out just because the white man ripped her off a little bit. And he claimed that this bitch want to suck on the white man dick. She probably do. She probably do. If I had to choose over a white man versus your dick, I would probably take the white man's dick all day. She can hold her mouth full too. But when you see a bitch with her hand on her stomach, a big bitch, and her hand is on her stomach, and she holding this hand, this bitch trying to hold everything in to a piss skinny. Yeah.
I didn't know she was that big.
Yeah. I'm surprised she ain't had the people from the nail salon color in that bald spot she got there. Okay, they should have tattooed a fucking a hairline and tattooed in that bald spot. That's what they should have did.
All right, Tasha K was going in on the wife and everything, but now y'all all friendly. That don't make no sense to me, sir, ma'am. Neither one of y'all is making any sense. So let's go back to today. Well, not exactly today, but yeah. So now y'all doing interviews together. My thing is, when someone goes to the ultimate disrespect, you got to take them on what they've done already. I like seeing people make amends if it's meant. He went in on you. You went in on him. But y'all took it further and added family members in here. He asks about your kids. Like, there's certain things that you just don't go there with, so they're not acceptable later. So I don't know what y'all think. You feel like it's just part of staying popular and relevant. So you grabbing people, even though they shouldn't even be nowhere near you. You figure, hey, the crowd wants to see what you have to say about stuff. Because I didn't see nothing about them two and they beef. They try and act like nothing. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. I think Tasha K has Stockholm syndrome. She must. Sean Davy Way, cool as hell, funny. He done called her a boy-headed bitch for the past 3 years. That's how I got to know him. He dissed Tasha K so bad. She even came in his live chat. He was like, get out of here. I don't like you. And I was like, wow. That's how real he was about it. Because a lot of times, if you have somebody that has celebrity status and they pull up on you and you're dissing them, it's like you be taken aback. Like, oh, wow, you here? Or, he didn't care. Now he got a wrench in her chat room. So I'm like, isn't that something? It's crazy. Aside from that, I get back into some more Dalton at the end. I'll wrap everything up. So I went over to Dalton in the fight with Tiffany Henyard, which was crazy. That was wild. The other thing was DJ Akademiks. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of talk about him and this minor that he was talking to on Twitch. So now he's banned from there. I'm going to show, actually just talk a little bit about that. I don't know how to spell this man's name. He spells it so stupid. Okay. Oh, shoot. All right, Breakfast Club is cool, but they're not going to, dang, they ain't going to show it, though. Shoot. They ain't going to show it.
X got a sister and she threw your box. Would you smash her? He already has a sister.
Alright, she threw you the box. Would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
What that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
She's above 18.
What that mean?
Okay, what does that mean?
It will be grooming.
It'll be what?
Grooming.
That has nothing to do with you.
Nah, imagine no.
Yo, Nor, what's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Slow down, yo. I am 15. I hope you know that, bro.
I'm letting that play since they're doing it's in closed caption, so that way I don't have to actually play the audio. And I'm not comfortable with this. I know a lot of people seen this right up there, but like at the same time, it's such a for lack of a better word, touchy thing going on. It's disgusting. They were comparing him to other people, other youth, like, come on, like, what you waiting for? This goes on in a lot of places, though. And I'm not defending DJ Akademiks at all. But at the same time, it's like for people, especially a lot of men, y'all could let me know what y'all think. A lot of this goes on. Y'all intend to encourage early sex, early like unruliness when it comes to it too sometimes. So it's like there's encouragement of it, and it's been like this, but seeing it being captured just makes it gross, and it forces everyone to acknowledge that this goes on. And you would think that when people get around celebrities, they know the spotlight is on them more. People get around you know, you're popular. He's a popular little chubby chipmunk, right? Freaking Theodore. You would think that he would be watching himself, knowing people are watching him. So that's two-sided coin for me. I'm surprised he did that, but he seems to not think. He's not a thinker. And then on the other side of the coin, I know that a lot of men do this with youth. I don't know why. Even growing up, I remember talking with guys, even some that I dated or talked to, and they said, you know, they had an sexual experience with their father. What their father would get them with a woman, a grown woman, and they would all be with the woman. I don't know if it's a way of training them or breaking them in early, like rapper Boosie. He's into that. Let me bring my son. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to take this down because that I think I showed enough. We get the point. Things like that. So that type of stuff was going on, and I was like, oh, it started to make me feel normalized by it. Like I didn't think it was okay, but then the more I've met people, I was like, oh, this is kind of common. Okay, so this is how some fathers are with their sons and others. And then it's like older men that know sometimes younger youth, they encourage them to do things early, and it's like a push. And then it's like, if that isn't enough, they want to make you feel like, well, you late, you behind, you should feel stupid, you should. And it's like, how are you going to say it? How in the world do you say stuff like that? It doesn't make any sense. But my point that I wanted to make too was that it's not an isolated thing. A lot of people you're going to hear come on youtube.com. They're going to be rolling all over the place talking about, oh my gosh, how are you going to encourage a kid to do that? And look at what people do. That's crazy. And this and that, this and that. You guys do it too. Some of y'all was in a situation when you was too young and there was someone older that brought you in, but it was okay because you're a guy, right? There's a double standard when it comes to exploitation of young boys and when it comes to young girls. Young girls, it goes on, but it's more secretive. With boys, it's like, hey, you're supposed to be like this. Will you come on? You need to hurry up and get some. What are you talking about? But then they took it to another level when they started talking, like about being gay and stuff like that. The most mature one in there was this 15-year-old boy. And I hope he's okay because I know a lot of this is going around. But I have to say that I hope that if anything, it'll help to bring awareness to it. Awareness of what's going on and the problems that communities have. Now it's online communities. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only difference is that it's on an online community. And now we're going to have people pretending that, oh, I would never see nothing like this before. y'all been around similar stuff. But see, now this is good because now possibly we can start nipping it in the butt better. Prepare your kids, have better talks with them, have more talks with them. Discords. I was told by the youth recently before I saw this that there's PEDs and PREDs and they hang out on Discord because I guess it's like a backroom chat. So let me put exposed nasty talk. How you spell nasty? With minor? I guess I spelled it right. If I didn't, then I mean, come on. I try to get the banners in so that if anyone catches it back, I'm going to start time stamping. And then if anyone catches a replay or wants to go back to something, you can just get right to it if you want. So, yeah, he was exposed to talking to a minor. It was horrible. But he also had a friend that joined in. And that's why I made it more like, you know what? Y'all some real old eggplant and booty stuff going on. And y'all playing yourselves. All of them. It's disgusting. He should be banned. I think that's good. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. You might think differently. You might feel like it was a conversation he didn't touch on. I don't know, but I would like to know y'all thoughts to share them. Not fine. But this is crazy. But also, hopefully Twitch is going to help set the tone for what will not be tolerated. We got to have zero tolerance when it comes to our children. It has to be zero tolerance. No little bit, no in between, no, oh, okay, well, maybe he didn't really, zero tolerance. You're gone. You're done. YouTube.com could do the same thing. You got other networks. What else y'all be on? Instagram. I don't know. I don't really play around with that other stuff. But yeah. So hopefully it'll set a trend, because what tends to be trending is abusing our minors. That's why I did that report on Zanaya. And then we had Nakaya. They're missing. Well, one was missing. These young girls, these youth that are getting sexually exploited and murdered. Other things go on too. So what we're witnessing is modern day, through the internet now, of people ruining youth's lives before their life even gets started. Stop it. Who did I have? The other one was Tiffany Henyard. I had her in here. I did something on her too. Where is her shirt? So yeah, so they got it in. So that's all I want to say about that. And then maybe not just maybe, but hopefully it'll be a start of us being more safer on there, because it's not just the minors. We have to look out for kids. Even if you don't have kids, just have a heart. And the more we look out for each other, the less we'll be in jeopardy of having something that could last a lifetime. All right, let me go back to share screen. Oh yeah, Tiffany Henyard too. Most people know she is the mayor and supervisor in Dalton County in Chicago. But just about an hour ago, there was another interview with Lori Lightfoot, which I'm gonna put on before I close out. We'll get to the fight and then we'll get to her, because she just gave some more information on investigation. And we've been really waiting like for the past year for information on the investigation of Tiffany Henyard. So we're getting it now. Get rid of these apps.
Friend, you laying on the floor. Did you want some more? I didn't think so. Just got whipped like a sissy in the clip. So I suggest you take your bloody mess and find a piece of wire. Reach above your jaw, then it sounds super tired. Lord Jamal will live long, cause I give strong blows to the heads of my foes. Jet blows, give me power as it grows. Watch out, rock glider, you catch this pick to try and rob me from a cat. You thought you had a sweet Vic, nice pick, but you didn't anticipate that I might be sick. Now who's the trick? Cause I'm not a I always do the salad.
yelling. If I gotta do the swelling, my Nikes will be smelling. Your rectum till you learn. Brand new and yo, you gotta respect them. Dissect them, yo, our work is born with God. To whom or what, now do the Puma strap. And step the hell off before I punch you in your face with a goddamn bass. Then you're gonna taste blood in your mouth. It's gonna flood south to the ground, then you're gonna know I don't play around. So if you think you had two soft new jacks, we're gonna have to off you with a few cracks to the jaw, and you won't pop that junk no more. Explain it to your punk friend, you're laying on the floor. Did you want some more? I didn't think so. Just got whipped like a sissy in the clinch, so I suggest you take your bloody mess and find a piece of wire. Fix a broken jaw, then it's time to retire. Lord Jamal will live long, cause I give strong blows to the heads of foes. Jet blows, give me power as it grows. Watch out, Roscoe, out of you catch this to try and rob me from a cat. You thought you had a sweet Vic night.
In your 9-month investigation?
I think it was the level of systematic, intentional effort to shield from the village trustees and the public what the true financial state of the village was. I mean, we see in Mayor Henyard and her key people in her administration just this reckless disregard for governmental norms, spending on whatever she wanted without seeking any kind of budgetary approval, without looking to see whether or not the spending aligned with the budget, just doing whatever she wanted as if she was all powerful and had no accountability to anyone.
You mentioned Thornton Township
Mm-hmm.
and similar issues
Mm-hmm.
happening there. How concerned should residents in those 17 communities be about this?
I think they should be very concerned. Look, we only saw a little tip of the iceberg of what was happening in Thornton Township, but all the things that we saw suggested that the same kind of disregard for any kind of fiscal fiduciary responsibility, spending in excess was happening in Thornton Township, but at an elevated level because it's a bigger budget. What we also saw was, lots of people having credit cards in their own name and spending it on a range of things that if I were in Thornton Township government, I'd want to know, were these legitimate government purposes or not? I think there's a lot of questions that remain for what's happening in Thornton Township that hopefully now that the government is back up and running, somebody will say, we need to have some oversight over this.
You also brought up her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, and the position he holds, and that was possibly he may not be qualified to hold that position?
Well, we have no idea because his personnel file had about 2 pieces of paper in it, and it was mostly the paperwork to get him paid. There was no resume, no background information, no letters of reference. So one doesn't know whether or not he's actually qualified.
As you just heard there, he may not even be qualified for the position he's in. He also gets around $200,000 salary a year. That's around, $100,000. It's a lot. Good amount of salary. Tiffany Henyard receives around $200,000 a year for being mayor. Then she also is acting as a supervisor for Dalton also, and she gets maybe a little over $100,000 a year for that also. And if you saw, I did a short and a video on how she got evicted from her house. So they have this whole income together. They make $500,000 a year, y'all. How in the heck do you still get kicked out of your house? You about to be a little lady living in a shoe. How do you get kicked out of your house and you're making that much money? And she has a daughter. I've said this before. Nobody's talking about her daughter. I mention that because I know she has a little one. And I just wonder how she balances her life in politics and the scrutiny she's under, and then still having a daughter to raise. You know what I mean? And her daughter was brought up last night, and I think that's what triggered her. Also, the man called her a bitch. He didn't have to call her out of her name, but he did. And that set off her boyfriend. As a man, you want to defend your woman. So they got into it, and then she ran over there and just let it all out. But she already is borderline was going to jail or possibly prison. Now, with this combat, this physical fight that happened yesterday, that's only going to add fuel to the fire of not only her, seemed like she should be fired, stripped of her role, she may have to do time.
To hold the job that he was given.
He also is put on leave, paid leave, with another gentleman. So he's still going to get paid, but they don't want him in the public position until they're done with their investigation. Because if they were to just fire him, they don't have enough to go on. So what they did was administrative leave. A woman spoke out. She said, I don't know why they're doing this when he should just be gone. And I get what she's saying, because I feel that way when they do that with police and other people. It's like, how you getting paid and you're not working? That's like vacation. That's weird. But they need to make sure they have their ducks in a row, have everything straight before they Frankie Beverly, before they let go.
At taxpayer expense.
So residents have been asking lawmakers to step in, look at this for years. I've seen the letters.
Yes.
It'd been going on. They've tried why is no one paying attention to what is happening in Dalton?
Well, let me say this. Yes, the residents of Dalton, as well as the elected officials there, have been asking for help at every level of government, state level, county level, and frankly, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the state's Attorney's Office, and most have not responded or turned a deaf ear to what's going on in Dalton, which is unfortunate because a lot of this stuff that we've uncovered could have been uncovered years ago had there been a consistent look at what was happening there. It didn't have to get this far.
Right. She's been in power for 3 years as mayor. She got the supervisor position automatically because she kind of just flowed in. Nobody else was there to take it. So she swooped in and got it. Tiffany Henyard got her position of being mayor with the help of Gonzalez. Now, he helped her get the position because he had high hopes for an African-American female. He said, hey, a black woman as mayor, I'm all for it. That's diverse. That's a change. He backed her. She's backstabbing him left and right. She done put so many knives in that man's back. He been bleeding at the meeting so bad. That's why he don't come to the meetings no more. It's crazy.
Serious injuries or arrests in this incident, but there was real fear and disbelief in that room as divisions within Thornton Township government exploded into violence. It happened during public comment, fists flying in a moment of chaos that residents described
You see
as
her blonde hair run all the way over.
Should never happen. I just couldn't believe that it came to that.
Moments earlier, activist Jedediah Brown had called Supervisor Tiffany Henyard an expletive, and when he appeared to walk toward her, supporters jumped in. The result, an all-out brawl that multiple witnesses say involved Henyard herself.
It was one thing when the guys were fighting, but when she jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
She jumped in, she hit her head on the table, so I don't know, she may be injured.
Brown was carried out by security, and police were called. But it wasn't over. It
They
took
said her
several
shoe
minutes for
came
tempers
off.
to
I know
finally
that
cool.
important like that,
Before
but-
the fight, there was plenty
Who
of
hit
verbal
their head,
sparring.
man?
At this first meeting, since trustee Stephanie Wiedemann was selected to fill a vacancy on the board at a meeting last week of township electors, ending a political standoff over the position that led to a government shutdown. With Wiedemann, the board finally able to approve the township's tax levy ordinance and insurance, ending the shutdown.
The township will be reopened tomorrow. We will go back to operating our vehicles. All our buses will be out and running.
The board also defying Henyard, voting to put on leave with pay 2 of her associates and to hire independent auditors to probe their work.
So that's what's been going on with that. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. How do y'all feel about the violence that occurred in there? I feel some kind of way because there was a child there. It took one man and he had a bald head too. I was shine your bald head because I'm proud of him. He had his 4 eyes like me. He had a bald head. He said, ladies out. He said, this ain't right. This ain't right. Ladies out, outside. They ain't here fighting like this. You need protection. And then you got overweight security guard that couldn't get back off the floor. So how are they really protected? They didn't seem to be that much protected. They needed more protection in there. So if they have another meeting this coming Tuesday and moving forward, we're going to see heavy police presence. Heavy. It's going to have to be heavy. This punk's about to get beat down. All right, in closing.
A packed house at the Dalton Field House as residents waited anxiously to see what former Mayor Lori Lightfoot uncovered. Nearly a year ago, Dalton trustees hired Lightfoot to figure out where the money was going.
I'm very disappointed.
Anthony Williams is a longtime resident who wanted to hear it firsthand.
Because I didn't know a lot of these things, and I don't think a lot of people in here knew.
So that's when Lori Lightfoot, and they tried to shut her out too, but you see she's still been on the case. She's still been on the case.
Off as planned, but it quickly turned violent once a man by the name of Jedediah Brown came up to the podium.
She ran from behind the table with a microphone in her hand, and she hit me with it, while another one of her staff members was kicking me in the head.
Jedediah Brown telling his side of the story. He's a Chicagoland area advocate. Those in Thornton Township call him. Brown spoke out during public comment at Thornton Township's board meeting Tuesday night, calling out Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
You gone.
It was that comment adding fuel to the fire. Her supporters didn't take it lightly. It quickly turned violent.
For 2 hours, we sat there being disrespected and demeaned, and then the new trustee was disparaged. So I got up and gave comments at the level of disrespect I felt we were receiving. And then I was going back to my seat, and then Kamal made his expletive of threats and comments. I went back, and then they started a fight. They've all called me that same word, but now it's a soundbite of it, and it's being spent. But there's
No, because you did say it. He said, your black ass, talking to Henyard, he said, we're going to replace you with her. And it was a white female. So he said, this is the black cookout. So my thing is this. If you have something and it's for a group of people and you want the leadership to be black, because it's at least you have something. Why would you try to throw in a black woman's face, even if she's wrong? You went and got a white woman to replace her. So what? Why didn't you just say a woman? Like now you want to bring race into it, but you're degrading black people by stating we're going to replace your black ass with her, with the white. Yeah, with her. You sound stupid. You are going to fail. With your language, you're going to fail. You don't go as low as the other person. If y'all needed to, y'all could have took it outside. They would have recorded y'all outside, not inside the way y'all did it like that. There was no quorum in there. People already call y'all monkeys. Well, us, that's how they look at us. So y'all out there performing like monkeys. That's what you did. You gave right into the stereotype. Bitches and this, that, and yeah, you got to play your black. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, hey, we need this white woman to solve our black ass problems. No, dude, you should be helping solve them. You didn't have more answers than that, than what you came up there and said. So yeah, y'all probably deserve some of them blows because I didn't like what you said either. Yeah, she wrong, but you wrong too. The way you went about it. Come on, man. 2 wrongs are not making a right with me. You played yourself. That's why you got bopped.
tons of footage of them and us calling each other that word throughout this entire fight.
WGN capturing the brawl in the back of the room. People were running to get out of the way. You can see Henyard in the middle of the fight.
She wasn't breaking up anything.
Stop.
She had carried out a pre-planned attack.
The Thornton Township Board of Trustees released.
How was that pre-planned and she was way on the other side? She didn't expect you to say what you said because you called her out about her daughter, which you had a right to. Well, no, I know you didn't, but you did. You caused that, but they should have been in more control of themselves not to fight, y'all. But 2 rights don't make a wrong. That's my point with it. And I didn't see this. This is new. I didn't see nothing about him being interviewed after the fight. So this must be today. Yes.
Today. This statement today. We are deeply disturbed by the events that transpired during last night's board meeting. As public officials, we are entrusted with leading through professionalism, integrity, and respect. What began as a productive discussion on critical community matters descended into chaos and violence, behavior that has no place in Thornton Township and will not be tolerated.
To the residents that have called me to stand with them, I apologize for the optics.
I reached out to Henyard's attorney. He tells me they will be releasing a statement today following possible interviews or a press conference. Brown tells me he plans to take this to court. In South Holland, Winnie Dortch, WGN News.
All right, thank you, Winnie.
All right, so there we go. And then
good morning. While the meeting did start with the normal items on the agenda, it certainly didn't end that way. Things got.
So yeah, so they're just reiterating. So things got heated, but that was interesting. So you heard it first from him himself. The things he said is what added fuel to that fire, and then they got it popping. They all balled out. Yeah. Yeah. Any blacks that don't like themselves, y'all don't got to come here like that other one over there. He needs attention. He's slow. He's supposed to be taking his medication. He doesn't. So sometimes he pops up in my chat room, and then I always have to time him out. I blocked so many of his things. And if you come into my chat room again with the half dressed, half naked woman, I'm reporting you to YouTube then, because I don't have a choice. You've harassed me. You threatened to put your hands on me, all type of stuff. And YouTube does nothing but suppresses my voice and suppresses my channel when I talk about things that matter. So we don't need idiot, light-skinned, fat-ass people like you fat, light-skinned hoe from the West Coast. His name is Randy. There, you happy? I said your name. I'm not saying it again. You are disgusting, and you're fat, and you probably stink, and you like lot lizards. That's all you do. Doesn't make sense. Man, that's why there's so much work to do, y'all. Y'all can think what y'all want, but there's so much work to do because I care about my people. Other people don't. So they run from their blackness, and that's not acceptable over here. I can't accept that. I work with people that I could work with, but there's been 2-3 years of being harassed, stalked on YouTube by the same person. And other people do it, but he really does it. He's really the only one that'll keep doing it. You know, something's wrong with him. He's obsessed. So anyways, that was that. And I should let myself hit just a little over. All right, I got it. So yeah, so that was Tiffany Henyard. And yeah, I'm gonna see what some other folks got going on. I'll check them out too. Go on some other channels that got some things talking about the community and certain things to do with politics and see what they got going on. This is crazy. Sorry. Anyone new, this is KY007. I'm really KY to the 7, but I still got the 00 in there, but I'll always be a 00 agent even when I go back to change my name, drop the 00s off. Talk about Astros here and dumbass people sometimes, but mostly to encourage and stay empowered. Talk about things to do with the community, spirituality, things to do with our relations, sexuality. So yeah, nothing makes me uncomfortable. So I like to have open conversations here. You're going to get the most honest conversations right here on my channel. So if you want that, if that's something you like, then you're going to want to subscribe to me. All right. Man, it's just been a rough day. Sometimes I don't know. Yeah, roughness, man. Just rough. Rough. It's rough inside and out. But I'm here, Lord. Red color purple. She was like, I was here, Lord. I'm here. I'm still here, Lord. They try to take me down, but I'm still here, Lord. I'm still here. They try to attack me. They try to attack my black ass, but I'm still here, Lord. They try to. You think they want to get rid of black women altogether. They try to. But no, it's not just the oppressor, I say. It's some of my own. But then again, they're not my own. I can't claim them when they want to demolish sisters, real brothers and sisters. I'm still here, Lord.
For so many years, but those are questions that those other elected officials, I think, are going to have to answer. But what I will also say is what's happening in Dalton is not unique, unfortunately. There is issues across the Southland. And I know that because over the course of our work in Dalton, I've heard from elected officials in other Southland municipalities, other stakeholders down there who have told a tale of lack of transparency around finances, excessive spending, travel, and so forth that's happening in municipality after municipality. And they too are being shut out from getting access to information that they're entitled to as elected officials, and the public is being shut out through FOIA and otherwise. This is not a problem that is unique to Dalton, sadly. So I think hopefully this is a wake-up call for those other municipal leaders.
That's right. So hopefully it's a wake-up call. A lot of this, the DJ Akademiks, like I said, him being banned from Twitter, hopefully this is a wake-up call and we'll set that trend. The same thing with exposing a lot of corruption in politics. No, this is not a black thing. This is not just a blonde wig wearing thing. This happens in a lot of entities. But yes, when you're a person of color, you're watched even more like a hawk. So that's why, to me, it surprises me when melanated people get caught up doing the lamest stuff when it's like, don't you know that we don't get a break anyway? So what makes you think that now you can really abuse your authority? That's not the way it goes. She got greedy. A lot of them are greedy, but Tiff, Mayor Tiff, she really got greedy, and that's why she keeps getting her hand caught in that cookie jar, because she just wanted too much. 40,000 unexplained money spent on Amazon, hundreds of thousands of dollars gone. She spent $30,000 to $40,000 on advertisement for her to run her campaign, and she was supposed to use her own money. We believe that came from the money of Dalton, because she's always wants you to just sign off on the invoices, but she will not show where the money was actually spent, what it was spent on. She'll only show you the vendor. And that's why the trustees left, and then they stopped coming to the meetings, because they're not seeing everything they need to see. So they refuse to sign off on it, and they have a right to. So we'll see what happens after this. There's been so much with this. It's been crazy. But I'm always thankful to the good people that do come through, but I'm really thankful when y'all participate with the channel. But I know I get flybys, flyaways, people that don't really care about empowerment. Some of y'all just don't really care about positive thinking. You don't make a difference in people's lives. So I know a lot of y'all come through here. A lot of racist people come through here, a lot of self-hate. So I get everybody. But hopefully what I do and put time in doesn't just go on deaf ears. So I believe it'll work out. So that's that. What is this now? Okay. Yeah, so that was a lot. So more and more stories are coming out to y'all. But yeah, thanks. And this is Kai and Y, and hope y'all have a good day too, and y'all stay safe. Peace.
Al Green. Okay. I'm so in love with you. Oh, whatever you want to do. Shut the fuck up! Hey! What, Tony? It's alright with me. Cause you. Oh, thank you. Do you need to leave? No, bitch.
Speaking of brawls, as I close out, I'm gonna throw another one in there from upstate New York, from somewhere near where I used to be at around. It was at the mall, and if you really watch, the girl is with a guy. He gets jumped, and then she jumps in it, and she's trying, and her wig comes off, and then her wig just swings all through their fight, and it's it's quick. I'm about to just pop it on. But all right, y'all, peace. You know I gotta have my music with it too. Where is it?
Oh my God! That's so funny. Yo, what the fuck is y'all doing? Yo, get... Yo, they just stopped doing it. Where the fuck is the
Your ass down! Your booty, your ass down, nigga!